Hello ladies and gentlemen, it's ZPro here and welcome back to another Minecraft video. In this video we have something different, and this is going to be a time-lapse for a very small diorama that I put together as a entry into Crafty Fox's MC Military Forces Discord server, a little contest that he put together a few days ago that goes on until June, or actually sorry, the 1st of July. So this right here is just a simple little build. I think the story behind it and kind of the concept I was going for was pretty cool, and this is just to kind of show you guys how small of a plot this is. This is a 32 by 32 blocks plot, so it's incredibly small. But I wanted to go ahead and create a scene with a destroyed Tiger II in Berlin during the end of the war, and I wanted to kind of show the fall of Germany with its pinnacle, most powerful tank that was actually fielded in relatively decent numbers, the King Tiger, sitting in this war-torn street, damaged and burning. And then I got the idea also to add a Third Reich, the Nazi flag, draped over the tank as it kind of maybe fell off a building or something like that, and came to rest on top of the tank and draped over it. And that flag is resting on it and also burning as well. I think it kind of created a cool effect and kind of was, I guess, symbolic in a way. I don't know, just kind of showed the, pinnacle tank of Germany being burning while the flag of Germany burning as well during World War II. So I thought it was a cool concept and a cool design, and especially for the size of the diorama, I think it came out really good. There's a lot of good detail and a good little story really you can get from the whole environment. So overall, really happy with the way the build came out. We're going to go ahead and let the rest of the time lapse play through, and I'll see you guys at the end to kind of do an actual in-person walkthrough and talk a little bit more about my ideas and stuff like that I threw into the build. But hopefully you guys do enjoy this. If you have any builds or future dioramas or anything like that you maybe would like to see, or any cool ideas, be sure to let me know down in the comments below, because I might do more of these. It was kind of a fun thing to put together. I put it together in a few hours, so kind of fun to do and kind of challenged me a little bit, I guess, and since I had some 1940s buildings, but I think it came out really good in the end. Anyways, enjoy the rest of the time lapse, and I'll see you guys here shortly. And welcome back. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that time-lapse. Like I said, a very small little build, and all that footage basically in total was only about 3 hours, actually a little bit less than that. So you really kind of get to see that these small little dioramas don't take much, and they're actually kind of cool to do, and you can tell a really good story in doing them. They're definitely good, instead of doing like these super mega builds, they do kind of give you a cool kind of feeling of accomplishment or completing a build after you have it done. instead of having this huge project that drags on for super long, you get disinterested in it. I cannot speak. But yeah, I think this build alone came out really, really good. The overall detail to it, and the overall environment and kind of feeling I was going for it really shows through. So starting off with, I wanted to kind of show a bombed out street, really destroyed. As you can see, we have the trolley tracks, which in Berlin there were a lot of trams and trolleys that ran through the city. So I wanted to kind of give that as a throwback to actually the actual Berlin. So you can see here, obviously, these huge war-torn streets and all that. As we progress, we have the Tiger tank itself. So the Tiger tank is meant to kind of show that it's been here for a little while. Smoking, this building here kind of got bombed out, and the rubble's kind of piled up against the side here of the tank, and there's some rubble here and there surrounding the tank. And so the tank's been disabled for quite a bit. Maybe the new bombing that happened around here has caused a fire on the back. Who knows? But something like that. There's now a fire on the tank, and draped over it we have a Nazi flag that has got torn off a flagpole, or for some reason fell down and landed on this tank here. So again, kind of showing that symbolism I was going for the build, and I think it really looks really nice. And again, you can see it does look like the Nazi flag if you look at it from above. So it does look pretty decent, and I think it really shows a good symbolic message here. As we move over here, we have the buildings, and these buildings here are really simple. Well, I say really simple, but Tether's kind of complicated, but I think it has a really cool design to it. Really nice building overall, and you saw my technique. I just built the overall kind of design of the building, then I put some TNT in and basically caused explosions and stuff. I also set some glowstone lamps in here on a kind of glitched out infinite redstone signal there to show some flashing, which kind of gives a little more definition to the fire, shows a little bit more effect going on. Really, before we had I put all this extra fire here for a little bit more effect and all that, I did have a lot of I just had that light in there, and it really showed a cool flashing effect. So I think that's pretty cool, but you can still kind of see it briefly, especially during the night and all that. And yeah, here's the building obviously itself, big plumes of smoke coming out as this building's on fire. A recent bomb or artillery hit or something like that in this house has lit it on fire. And this building here has been completely decimated. Huge holes here in the side of the building, barely standing. Actually surprised it's still standing in its current state, but all the rubble's kind of spilled out from the building here onto the streets. And then you have some rubble here and there that's fallen down from this building here, and this wall right here collapsing, and you have the debris and stuff like that from this wall collapse and all that. So I think overall a really cool looking little mock, or a little build. I guess you can call it a mock as well, but you can see called it the Fall of a Nation, which I think was a very fitting name for it. So a really cool little diorama, and I hope you guys do enjoy it and maybe want to see more of this. As I mentioned, the time-lapse, I am open ideas, so if you have any cool ideas for dioramas, keeping them decently sized. I don't mind building bigger little dioramas than this, but definitely try to keep it reasonable to do and all that stuff. So definitely think it's kind of cool, and just kind of gives you some ideas on how you can use my vehicles on some worlds, or even maybe inspire you to build your own little dioramas and stuff. Sneak peek at the next one coming out is a second one I built, which is called Frozen Pass, which is basically a E8 tank here that's been tasked with having to guard this bridgehead, kind of inspired off a Battle of the Bulge type scenario, and this tank is just laying in wait for any German vehicles or anything like that might approach that area. But again, a really cool design, and I will have a time lapse out for that as well. So anyway, some really cool dioramas all around. I really do like the way they all came out, and hopefully you all do enjoy this one and the idea and concept of this little series, and hopefully we definitely see more of it. Anyways, this is it for this video. Thank you guys all so much for watching. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This has been Garrett 2x4, and I'll see you guys next time.